Hi everyone, welcome to another Scryfall Shenanigans episode, and it's going to be another episode where I'm taking a bit of a helicopter view of something in Magic. In this case, it's wolves. And so what I'll be doing in a moment is sort of going through year by year and just seeing how, each year, how many wolves were released, what sort of wolves, just getting a real rough feel. And then the idea being that if anybody spots something interesting as I'm going through this and would like me to do an episode where I sort of explore that particular area, then let me know in the comments section. So if we do a search in Scryfall for a type of wolf, first printing in paper, we get 83 cards. Now, what this doesn't include, and what I'm not going to be specifically slicing through, is things like cards which generate wolf tokens that aren't wolves. So we're going to see, as a part of going through this, wolf creatures that generate other wolf creatures, but what we won't see coming up is this, where we've got anything really that generates a wolf token, but if it is a creature, it isn't a wolf. So there's 42 of those, and probably many long-term Magic players will recognise things like Howl of the Night Pack, Fable of Wolf and Owl, Master of the Wild Hunt, Bestial Menace, which does a snake, a wolf and an elephant token, Wolf Briar Elemental. I tend to forget that Sword of Body and Mind will spit out green wolf creature tokens. There's also certain planeswalkers that will spit out wolf tokens. So yeah, there's wolf token generators in Magic, which we won't be specifically looking at beyond just this quick sort of side quest preamble. So there's the 5 legendary creatures that have the capacity to spit out wolf tokens, and I'll, as always, include all the slices in the description. So if it's something you wanted to visit because you're interested in finding a particular EDH commander that allows you to go down a wolf rabbit hole, excuse the pun, or if that was indeed a pun, but yeah, so to explore to go on a quest for wolves. Yeah, so I've got in fact, Tulsimir comes up quite a bit. Yeah, I do have this in paper. I think one thing I'm definitely tempted to do is dig out some, actual paper wolves from my collection, and maybe do a 15 cards episode as well. And then, as I'd mentioned before, we've got some legendary creatures that will spit out wolf tokens under certain circumstances. We've got some double-sided stuff as well. I'm not going to be covering anything just because of the way the search is, and I didn't really want to go off down there, but we won't be looking at werewolves in this episode. It is just good old wolves. So we start off in 93. So we've got 2 here. Timberwolves, which is from limited edition alpha and would also have been subsequently reprinted. And then from, this is what, Arabian Nights, we have Waluli Wolf as well. It's reprinted a few times. I imagine with several of these, and I don't know how deep I'm going to go down into that, but we might, there's probably some colour shifted things and functional reprints, that sort of thing, which we may not well spot. Like I said, it's a bit of a bit of a helicopter view for this episode. So let's move on to 94. Oh yeah, before I forget. So this one, interesting banding. So you can see it's been errated here. Any creatures with banding and up to 1 without can attack in a band. Bands are blocked as a group. If any creatures with banding you control block blocking or being blocked by a creature, you divide that creature's combat damage, not its controller, among any of the creatures it's being blocked by or is blocking. Yeah. And this one, tap to give any creature in play +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay, moving on. 94, just one, Tundra Wolves. So 1/1 for 1 in white with first strike. So far what have we seen? Whoops. Yeah, green and then white. So we'll see, over time what sort of colours we get in Magic in terms of, what wolves usually appear in. So 95 now. So we get dire wolves from Ice Age. Gains banding if you control any planes. And then Heart Wolf, which was from Homelands. And some of these cards from this period can be pretty niche. So this is 3 and a red, 2/2, first strike. Tap. Target dwarf gains first strike and gets +2/+0 until end of turn. If that dwarf leaves play this turn, bury Heart Wolf. Use this ability only when attacked or defense is announced. 96. Nothing in 96. No wolves for you. 97. Arctic Wolves. Nice artwork. This is from Weatherlight. Cumulative upkeep 2. So 3, 2 green, 4, 5. When Arctic Wolves comes into play, draw a card. Okay, 98, Lone Wolf. Interesting. So this is Portal. So 2/2. Cost of 2 and a green. If Lone Wolf attacks and is blocked, you may choose to have it deal its damage to the defending player instead of to the creature blocking it. So it turns up in Urza's Legacy, Portal 3 Kingdoms, starter set, 7th edition, 8th edition. Yeah. 99. Okay, we've got Wolfpack from Portal 3 Kingdoms. When that attacks and is blocked, you may have it deal its damage to the defending player instead of the creatures blocking it. That cropped up online. That's pretty expensive because it's only ever been in Portal 3 Kingdoms. Howling Wolf from Acadian Masks. 2 green, 2/2. When it comes into play, you may search your library for up to 3 Howling Wolf cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. So that's interesting because I wonder if that has a... Yeah, so there we go. Squadron Hawk. But there's some other cards that do similar-ish sort of tutoring. Self-tutoring. There we go. Squadron Hawk, Tempest Hawk. Yeah. Those sort of things. So, moving on. We have... Where are we? Okay, 1999. So 2000. Into year 2000. Nothing. Okay, 2001. Nothing. Wow. Okay, 2002. Still nothing. What is going on? Wow, that's crazy. So no wolves. Yeah, during that period. Wow. Okay. 2004. Teljil Wolf. 2 and a green, 2/2. When Teljil Wolf becomes blocked by an artifact creature, Teljil Wolf gets +3/+3 until end of turn. From Darksteel. Okay. Watch Wolf. Yeah, this is a 3/3. Green, white, vanilla wolf, and Carrion Howler, also from Ravnica City of Guilds. 3 and a black, 2/2. Pay 1 life. Carrion Howler. Did I say Carrion Crawler? If I did, I meant Carrion Howler. Carrion Howler gets +2, -1 until end of turn. So 2/2. Okay, 2006. No wolves is. 2007, a wolf token from Lorwyn, and that would be because of, where is it? There we go, Howler Night Pack, which actually was from, that was from Shadowmoor, wasn't it? So anyway, wolf tokens. And there was Fable and Wolf and it, Owl from Eventide. Was there anything else generating wolf tokens around that time? Oh, of course, yeah. Ren's Run Packmaster. That would be the one, wouldn't it? I'm assuming. So, yeah, each one from those 4 sets had a... There was one, yeah. One card generating wolf tokens. Cool. Okay. 2008, nothing. 2009, wow, nothing. Whew. Sacred Wolf from M11, yeah, I remember this. Also be reprinted in M12. 2 and a green, 3/1. Sacred Wolf can't be the target spells or abilities your opponents control. So then we go on to... so we get, not surprisingly, several from Innistrad. One from Mirrodin Siege, which is a wolf with Infect. Rot Wolf, 2 and a green, 2/2. With Infect, whenever a creature dealt damage by Rot Wolf, this turn is put into a graveyard, you may draw a card. Then from Innistrad we have Feral Ridge Wolf, 2 and a red with Trample. 1 and a red Feral Ridge Wolf gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So it has super fire breathing. Does that have a name actually beyond if you got 2 and this is evasion, but that's, yeah, interesting. Doesn't specifically mention that. Kissy Wolf, 2 and a red, 3/1. 1 and a red, Kissy Wolf gains first strike until end of turn. And then Dark Thicket Wolf, 1 and a green, 2/2. 2 and a green, Dark Thicket Wolf gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activates ability only once each turn, so there's a restriction on that one. But there's no restriction on this. Okay, 2012. And we go into, lots more here. We're into the realm of Dark Ascension. So, Pyreheart Wolf. So that's 1/1 for, so 2 and a red gets you a 1/1. And when it attacks, each creature you control can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures. Oh, there, that had Undying on it, didn't it? Russet Wolves. So that's a vanilla 3/3 for 4. Briarpack Alpha, 3/3 for 4 with Flash, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2. Young Wolf, that was another one with Undying on it, 1/1 for 1 with Undying. Immer Wolf, 1 red green 2/2 with Intimidate, and other wolves and werewolf creatures you control get +1/+1. Non-human werewolves you control can't transform. Howlgeist, another Undying. So you can see there were several Undying wolves around this period, going into Avacyn Restored. Okay, so that's a Spirit Wolf. Wandering Wolf, 1 and a green 2/1. Creatures with power less than Wandering Wolf power can't block it. Wolfear Avenger, 1 and 2 green 3/3 Wolf Warrior with Flash and has Regenerate on it. Wolfear Silverheart with Soul Bond. Do you remember that from this period? As long as Wolfear Silverheart is paired with another creature, each of those creatures get +4/+4. Yeah, I'll be up for doing a Soul Bond episode if anybody's wants me to do one. Timberpack Wolf, 1 and a green 2/2. Gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control named Timberpack Wolf. But there isn't, it's not one of those cards where it also affects the deck building. You know, sometimes it'll say, you can have an unlimited amount of this particular card in your deck. Not the case here. Okay, 2013. 13. Oh, Witch Stalker, yeah. 3/3 with hexproof. 1 and 2 green. Whenever an opponent casts a blue or black spell during your turn, put a 1/1 counter on Witch Stalker. It's pretty cool. And then we've got Nyxborn Wolf, so 2 and a green. It's got Bestow on it. If you cast this card for its Bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1. And then moving on, we've got Somberwald Alpha. So whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And 1 and a green, target creature you control gains trample until end of turn. And that's a 3/2. And it's from Magic Origins. Okay. Oh, wow. So, yeah, this would be what Shadows over Innistrad. So, no surprise here. Okay, Ember-Eye Wolf, 1 and a red, haste. 1 and a red, Ember-Eye Wolf gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Howlpack Wolf, 2 and a red, 3/3. Can't block unless you control another wolf or werewolf. Scourge Wolf, double red, 2/2, first strike and Delirium. And so with Delirium it has double strike as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Ulrich's Kindred, 1 and a green, 3/2 with trample. 3 and a green, target attacking wolf or werewolf gains indestructible until end of turn. Wolf of Devil's Breach, so this is a mythic. 3/2 red, 5/5. Elemental Wolf, okay. So whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 and a red and discard a card. If you do, Wolf of Devil's Breach deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the discarded card's converted mana cost. Okay, we have another Flash Wolf here. Wolf Spirit, 2/2 green, 4/3 with Flash. When Pack Guardian enters the battlefield, you may discard a land card. If you do, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. Oh yeah, Quilled Wolf, 1 and a green, so 5 and a green, it gets 4/4. Silverfur Partisan, 2 and a green, trample. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. Thornhide Wolves, 4 and a green, 4/5, vanilla. Assembled Alphas, 5 and a red, 5/5. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, Assembled Alphas deals 3 damage to each creature and 3 damage to that creature's controller. Brazen Wolves, 2 and a red. When it attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Deranged Whelp, 1 and a red with Menace. 2/1. Spirit of the Hunt, 1/2 green for a 3/3 with Flash. It's another wolf spirit. When Spirit of the Hunt enters the battlefield, each other creature you control that's a wolf or a werewolf gets +0/+3 until end of turn. So yeah, definitely we're seeing a lot of cards now which care about other wolves, in some cases care about other werewolves. So that's really be handy if you were building a wolf themed deck. Lupine Prototype, 2 to cast, 5/5. So what's the downside? It can't attack or block unless the player has no cards in hand. Fang of the Pack, melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked with a creature this combat. It's 5/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gains melee until end of turn. Okay, moving on. 2017, nothing. Well, there was quite a number there, as you saw. 2018, Sculler Wolf. Corset, 2019. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a green card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, moving on. 2019. Okay, a bit of a mixed bag here. So War of the Spark had a wolf in it. 2 and a green, 3/2. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Ferocious Pup, 2 and a green, 0/1. When it enters the battlefield, you get to create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. That's pretty cute. Nightpack Ambusher, 2 and 2 green, 4/4 with Flash. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step. If you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Fierce Witch Stalker, 2 and 2 green, 4/4 with Trample. and when it enters the battlefield, create a food token. Okay, interesting ones here. Wicked Wolf, 2 and 2 green. So this is Throne of Eldraine. That was Throne of Eldraine, the previous one. So 3/3, this Wicked Wolf for 4. When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. Sacrifice a food. Okay, interesting interaction there. Put a 1/1 counter on Wicked Wolf. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Okay. So 2020. What do we have in 2020? Oh, a Whale Wolf. There's a combination. Build your Whale Wolf deck. Oh dear. White, blue, black. 2/2. Partner with is that Sazur? Ruthless Stalker. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player puts Sazur into their hand from their library. Can't be blocked. When it leaves the battlefield, it does X damage to target player when you gain X life, where X is power. Yeah, you got to build a wolf whale deck, haven't you? Exuberant. Wow. Wolf bear. That's a chunky boy. 3 and a green, 4/4. When exuberant, did I say exuberant, wolf bear attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control to exuberant. Wolf bear's power and toughness until end of turn. Anara Wolfid Familiar, 3 and a green, wolf beast. As long as it's your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. Nice. Yeah, maybe we'll do some commandery stuff in a moment. Okay. I'll probably have that deck. That's funny. Okay, Fearless Pup. So we're into 2021 here. Oh, it's quite... Wow. Is this another... Oh, yeah, so we've got Kaldheim into Strixhaven into... Yeah, Innistrad Midnight Haunt. Okay. And some Crimson Vows. Wow, yeah, loads here. Okay. Interesting, there's an alchemy card there. Even though I got it in paper. Anyway, Fearless Pup, first strike with Boast. 2 and a red, Fearless Pup gets +2/+0 until end of turn. 1/1 for single red. Saros Packmate. 3 and a green, 3/3. When it enters battlefield, draw a card. It has 4 tell on it for 1 and a green. Well, there's Saros Rail Meter. So, black-green. Whenever opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Sarulf has more, Sarulf has 1 or more 1/1 counters on it, you remove all of them. If you do, exile each other's non-land permanent with converted mana cost and less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. Tome Shredder. Obviously doesn't like reading. Exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on Tome Shredder. Direwolf Prowler. Oh, another one that gets +2/+2 and haste. Lambbolt Harrier. 3 in a red. Target creature can't block this turn. Bounding Wolf. There's these. Just generally, there's loads of really interesting interactions here. Actually, Persistent Wolf. 1 and a green. 2 and a green. Gains Death Touch until end of turn. 2/2. Primal Adversary. It's battlefield. You pay 1 green any number of times. When you pay this, costs more than 1 or more times. Put that many +1/+1 counters on Primal Adversary. Then up to that many target lands you control become 3/3 wolf creatures. With haste that still lands. Okay. Snarling Wolf gets +2/+ until end of turn. Notice with a lot of these +2s, they've locked it down, haven't they? So you can't activate more than once each turn. Hallowhinge Overlord, 4/2 green. For each creature, that's a wolf or werewolf. Create 2/2. Yeah, could do a good wolf tokens deck by the look of things. long as you control another wolf or werewolf, hungry ridge wolf gets +1/+0, lightning wolf. So you've got quite a number of red wolves here. Yeah, 4/3, red and a green. Red and a green. 3 and a red, 4/3. 1 and a red. Lightning wolf gains first strike until end of turn. 1 and a red, 3 and a red tap. Deals damage to equals the number of wolves and werewolves you control to target opponent. So there's an interesting grouping here. Ascendant pack leader. Ascendant pack leader. Single green, 2/1. It's a battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control a permanent with mana value 4 or less. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, did I say 4 or less? I meant 4 or greater. Value 4 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on Ascendant pack leader. Cemetery Prowler, 1 and 2 green, 3/4. It's the battlefield or attacks. Exile a card from graveyard. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card type they share with cards exiled. With Cemetery Prowler. Flourishing Hunter. Enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. It's a 6/6. Pack Song Pup. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another wolf or werewolf, put a 1/1 counter on Pack Song Pup. Pack Song Pup dies, you gain life equal to its power. Sporeback Wolf gets +0/+2, 2/2, 1 on the green. And then Tenacious Pup, which is actually on Alchemy, but we'll look at it anyway. Into battlefield, you gain 1 life when you cast your next creature spell. When you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter, trample counter, and vigilance counter on it. Okay. Wolf in blank clothing. So this is from Unfinity. 3 in a black, 2/3. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it. Oh, this is when they were playing around with stickers, wasn't it? When you do, up to X target creatures each get -1/-1 until end of turn, where X is the number of unique vowels on that sticker. And there's a rules text reminder for what vowels are. A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Spectral Hunt Caller, 4 and a green, 4/4. 4 and a green creature you control get +1/+1 and green trample and 10 in the turn. Or should that be 5? Yeah, 5 and a green. Yeah, 4 and a green and 5 and a green. Okay. Snarling Warg. So yeah, no surprise, that's from Tales of Middle-earth. 3 and a black, 3/4 menace. As long as you control a goblin or an orc, Snarling Warg gets +1/+0. Hollow Scavenger. 2 and a green, 3/2, sacrifice of food, Hollow Scavenger gets 2/2 until end of turn. Activate only 1 each. Yeah, we've seen quite a number here where it only lets you activate the 2/2 once each turn. Create a food token on its adventure. Territorial Witch Stalker, 1 and a green, 2/3 with Defender. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or less, Territorial Witch Stalker gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And you can't attack this turn, and you can attack this turn as long as it didn't have Defender. Don't see many Defender wolves. 2024. Okay, 3-colour wolf. Voja Jewels of the Conclave. Red, green, white. Cool. 5/5. Vigilance Trample Ward 3. Whenever it attacks, put a X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves. Oh, okay. So, damn it. Draw a card for each wolf you control, so elves and wolves. I was going to say each wolf you control from there. 2 and a green, 3/3. Oh no, another Defender here. As long as you can control a creature with power 4 or greater. Bristleback Sentry can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So we've got 6/6 Trample. Enchantment spells you cast from your hand of Cascade, Legendary Creature, Elemental Wolf, Wild Seer, Scouring Moor, and then Ambush Wolf. 2 and a green. With Flash, it's 4/2. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature from the graveyard. And that is from Foundations, so that's going to stick around for a while. 2025, nothing in 2025, nothing in 2026. So we had that real cluster of stuff, didn't we, in a couple of years. Where is it? Was it 2021? Yeah. And there was another period where there was a lot of wolves around the time of a sort of Innistrad-y set, I suppose. Cool. Now the other thing I wanted to look at, actually, save it to the end. So let me just check something here. Legendary creature, why? What did I do wrong here? Because I noticed there was some stuff at the end. Did I make a bit of a faux pas here? Legendary creature, elemental wolf. I'm trying to work out why I'm missing. Oh no, because I was looking at tokens, wasn't I? Yeah. So, right, I see now. Yep, that was my forgot what I was trying to do. So yeah, we compare and contrast that with, yeah, because that was the thing, wasn't it? I was looking for stuff that sticks out, tokens. So these mention wolf somewhere in here. Oh, non-werewolf. So yeah. Okay. So that's why Jova didn't come up. Let's do this instead as well. So there we go. So that's more, yeah, just basically legendary wolves. Just so you can see there a summary. So we didn't see, yeah, legendary wolves until this point. That's Commander 2020, Commander Legends, Kaldheim, Murders at Karlov Manor, and Broomburrow Commander. Let me have a look at something. Where do I want to do this from? It doesn't really matter. I suppose. So I just want to make sure I'm going to the right version of MTG Wiki. I need to look at that deck. Has to be done. Commander 2020. What do we got? What combination was that? Free spells. It's not that. Planeswalkers. Cycles. Instance counters. Was it the hold on a moment. Okay, so it's blue, black. So what was it doing? What deck would that be in then? Time, no. Oh, was it? Yeah, this. Okay, right. So it was part of it. Okay, that was me getting excited, thinking there was a blue-black wolf whale commander deck. I don't think so. I mean, if I go in here, let me just see. Has anybody done it? It has to be done, doesn't it? Wolves and whales. I don't know. Ninjutsu. I mean, wolf whale deck. Yeah, it's going to be either wolves or whales. funny. Where's is there any? No. Okay. Here's our ruthless stalker partner. Interesting. Okay. It's green. So what does that give us? That's green, and then so if you're partnering it, you end up with what? Blue, black, green. Wow, okay. That's interesting. Let's look at the partner page then. What do we got there? Birthing pod, +1/+1 counters. Fair enough. Oh, okay. Blue, black, green. Interesting. That's cool. Right. So last thing to look at, let's have a quick look at the checklist and just see. Okay, so Wolfpack, most expensive one from, these are pretty expensive, aren't they? From Portal to, is it Three Kingdoms? And it drops quite dramatically. Yeah, they aren't super expensive. So there you go. There's a potential collection there. Oh, red, green, white. And then if we have a quick look at the EDHRec ranking. Ta-da. Oh, symmetry power, yeah. Looks like a number of the legendaries have bubbled to the surface. I'm surprised to see Young Wolf there. How many decks is Young Wolf in? I wonder. 0.41. Is that the first time? I've not noticed that before with points on a percentage. Is that a new thing? As I don't remember seeing that before. That must be new, isn't it? Unless I didn't. I always used to think it just said 0, or you would go up in like whole amount increments. So it looks like there might have been a change on the site there. Cool. It's handy. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that, and let me know if there's anything you saw here where you'd think, oh yeah, that'd be an interesting sort of rabbit hole to go down. Like I said, it was really intended as a helicopter view and to see whether it's anything bubbled up, and then to obviously have a quick look at some commander shenanigans. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.